All right. We're looking pretty good on numbers. Armen, you good to go, brother?
Yep, ready to go.
Let's get straight into it. Welcome back, guys, to Daily Spaces. Good to see you all back as ever. Officially the last space before we head off to Paris tomorrow morning. Again, I know I mentioned this on the last space just a minute ago, but for anyone who does want to link up, anyone who's keen to meet the boys, we're about and active all day Saturday, pretty much, early afternoon onwards. So if you want to drop us a DM, I'm sure we can get something arranged. Keen to meet as many of you as possible. So do drop us a DM, guys. I'd like to welcome my second guest of the day, and one that I've been looking forward to getting into for quite a while now. So for anyone unfamiliar with Blockchain Bandicoots, Blockchain Bandicoots is based on the Bandicoot Guardians, the protectors of the blockchain world. An evil mastermind named Corruption has infected the blockchain and corrupted bandicoots all over the world. We're set to find out how the story unfolds. But first, I'm and my brother, Mint Day. How are we feeling?
Oh, feeling good, man. Feeling good. I'm really glad to be here. This one has been a long time in the works.
100.
Especially just building. I've been building this for 15 months, just building on that original idea. And we're finally here on Mint Day. So very, very excited.
Crazy, man. I remember when we first spoke, which would have probably, it seems like last week, but it was probably about 8 weeks ago, considering how fast time seems to be moving at the minute. But we was obviously chatting about blockchain bandicoots and what you guys are doing, and obviously we was quite bullish on the concept from the outset, particularly the branding. And you had a slightly different looking artwork when we first spoke, but you actually went away and restructured the artwork in line with the branding, and it just came together like perfection, didn't it?
Yeah, you hit that on the nose right there. It's so true. We had our pixel style NFTs, and we were going to do our launch in December, but from listening to feedback from the community, from just everybody who was interested in our project, we decided to totally revamp our artwork, and honestly, it was for the best. We feel great now with the package that we're giving. With our branding, it's all about comic books, anime, our motion comic, and now our NFTs look fantastic. I'm so excited for people to start seeing their bandicoots, and I really truly feel like once there's like a few hundred bandicoots minted, then it's just gonna go ballistic because people are gonna love the artwork, they're gonna love what they see, and yeah, we're very, very pumped.
These are going to look good on the feed, man. I'm looking forward to seeing the bandicoots across the feeds. I think that they're perfectly poised for PFPs as well. So looking forward to seeing these flexed across crypto's Twitter in the not too distant future. Let's talk the project then. For anyone unfamiliar, obviously I've provided a very brief overview there, but tell us what Blockchain Bandicoot is in a nutshell, Armen.
I love that. So just like you said, this evil mastermind named Corruption, he's taking over the blockchain world. And in our world, these Bandicoot Guardians are the protectors. And on Kobe's first day of Guardian training, he gets attacked by a corrupted Bandicoot. And to his surprise, he's saved by two blockchain developers from the real world, Devin and Kari. When the three are bombarded by a horde of corrupted bandicoots, Devin thinks quickly and copies Kobe's code to create several bandicoots to protect them. And that was the day 5,000 blockchain bandicoots were born. So this is my story. This is my universe. What we've done is we've created a 30-page comic book, a 5.5-minute motion comic that you could watch on YouTube. The story is incredible. There's tons of twists in it, and it's jam-packed with action. I've had nothing but good feedback on the storyline. You could read it online at blockchainbandicoots.com.
Guys, make sure you check out that website as we speak. It's very, very important you put a visual to the audio with this one so you can appreciate what we're talking about as we're talking about it. You're clearly a very creative mind, Armen. I think it's fair to say that with the work that you've produced when it comes to the storyline. You've also got a bit of a voice for radio, I'd say. Have you ever done any voiceover work or anything in your previous history?
That's amazing. No, I have not. I'm just super passionate about this project. It's been something that I've been building for so long, and I love storytelling. I love watching anime. I love watching cartoons, and ever since I was a kid, just watching character development. So I want to bring that to you guys. I want to make my own version where you guys in several years can be like, yo, Blockchain Bandicoots was amazing. Can't wait for the next episode to come out. Can't wait for the next chapter. Just get
Yep.
that whole vibe going.
100, man. I'm going to say, when you do release a comic book, and we're going to talk about the comic book in just a moment, but if I could have an audio version with you reading it out, then I'd be super bullish on that, man. All right, let's get into it, man. So there's the overview of what you guys are looking to do. There's a basic storyline, and for anyone who's interested in delving more deeply into this, I know we've got quite a few fanatics and maxis of the storytelling project. So check out the white paper as we speak, and you've got the juicy details in there. One of the key features of the project, as we've just touched on, that is the comic book, which you guys are publishing. Tell us a little bit more about the comic book, firstly, and secondly, who will be able to access or get their hands on one of those?
So everyone who mints a Bandicoot will be able to get a physical comic book. So we're partnered with Perks and Shopify to allow for a token gated solution. So if you own a Bandicoot, you'll be able to log in with your MetaMask wallet, and then you'll be able to check out and put your details in, and we'll send you a Bandicoot NFT. So that's one really exciting venture that we can't wait for everybody to get their comic books and take pictures with them. And some people have already said they're going to slab it and try and get the comic book graded. So it's very cool to think that 5,000 people are going to get this comic book.
100%. It'd be nice to have the tangible version as well, wouldn't it? We spoke to a project yesterday who did something similar quite early on, but it was with Serial, the Serial Club. I'm sure you're familiar with them as well. And the tangible versions of the cereal boxes just went absolutely huge. It's kind of like a novelty item, isn't it? And it'd be exactly the same with the tangible comic books for Bandicoot as well. So I bet you're really looking forward to seeing those get produced.
Yeah, definitely. So I think people are going to love the whole phygital aspect of you buy this digital NFT and you get a physical gift. And this kind of segues me into my next part here of our Blockchain Bandicoot items collection. So everyone who gets a Bandicoot will get airdropped a Blockchain Bandicoot item. So these are a collection of 5,000 NFTs on the Polygon network, and it's basically free gifts. So it's crypto prizes, retro electronics, clothing, posters, canvases, and depending on which item you get, depends on which redemption that you can get in real life.
Okay.
The cool thing about this is because it's its own collection, let's say you get a poster posse item. If you don't like posters but you want to rock our merch, you could sell your poster posse item and buy a Stride with Swagger item. So very excited to see how that goes as well.
Nice. I didn't actually know you had the digital aspect to the project as well. So the guys can actually get their hands on one of these tangible pieces with the opportunity to potentially get one which they prefer, given the option.
Yeah, definitely. And if you guys don't want to redeem your Blockchain Bandicoot items, it's because they will be free airdrops. Basically, you guys set the price on these ones. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who redeems what. I feel like people are going to love our posters. So I feel like, somebody will buy one Blockchain Bandicoot item and then just want to buy like 5 or 6 poster items because we got some sweet variants as well.
Yeah, they're looking good, man. I've seen some of the sneak peeks, some of the teaser images, and they're looking fire, mate. So looking forward to seeing people's reaction to those as well. Tell us what exactly is a motion comic. You talk about motion comics throughout your literature. Tell us exactly what is a motion comic. It's not a term I'm familiar with anyway.
Perfect. So, what our motion comic is, it's basically the halfway point between a comic book and a full fledged anime. So, in our motion comic, it's got special effects, it's professionally scored, and you can basically watch our comic book. So, our comic book pages are slightly animated. It honestly makes for a really exciting watch because the music makes it more intense and the special effects really immerses you in the project. We will eventually have a full-fledged anime, but this is a great halfway point, and we think we're going to do motion comics for each chapter that we release.
Nice. And in terms of the chapters, you're talking about releasing the chapters. Where are you up to in terms of the development? Have we got chapter 1 nailed down, or have you guys kind of prepared in advance for this, or What does it look like in terms of obviously developing those different chapters?
Oh yeah, chapter 1 is nailed down. The full chapter is on our website, on our comic book page. We are halfway done our second chapter, and yeah, we're ready to go. Once we mint our bandicoots, we will have about a 2 week delay, but then we're going to start shipping out comic books to everyone who redeems their Bandicoot NFT. So we're ready to go on that forefront.
Let's go, man. Prepped and ready to go, hot off the press. So, from a utility perspective, then obviously you guys have got the comic book, you've got the digital offerings for holders as well. But are there any further benefits built into this project that holders can look forward to?
Yeah, definitely. There's two other staples I want to talk about. So, in our world, corruption has been taken over these bandicoots. So, once they're taken over, they become a corrupted bandicoot. So, just like the Mutant Ape Yacht Club to Bored Apes, we are going to release a corrupted bandicoot series, which is basically our bandicoots just in a corrupted zombie like style. So, that's going to be another redemption airdrop. If you own a Blockchain Bandicoot NFT during phase 6, you'll be airdropped a corrupted Bandicoot. So there's one right there. So basically, if you mint one Bandicoot, you're basically getting 3 NFTs for free and 2 physical gifts right off the bat.
A fully comprehensive offering and a very generous offering to any potential holders. I think that will have pricked the ears of a few people who are listening right now. So interesting offering that you guys have decided to go with. That was that something you was always conscious to do from the outset, or as you've been developing the project, have you just thought, you know what, we can also offer the the secondary collection, so to speak, and offer this to any holders of the Genesis collection ultimately?
Yeah, we're basically reverse engineering the way NFT launches goes, because usually a project launches and then maybe after mint, several months after mint, they say, okay, now you can redeem this, now you can redeem that. But we wanted to do everything up front and let you guys know what the plan is to make our main collection more enticing. Because if you get a Bandicoot, especially for the first 1,000, which our mint price is lower, then you're really, really benefiting. 3 NFTs, 2 physical gifts, and then there is one other staple about our element challenges I'd like to touch base on.
Yeah, talk us about that. So I'm reading on your white paper a little bit about the element challenges, and by the way, just to reiterate one last time, if you haven't checked out the white paper, make sure you go and read that. It is truly a masterpiece, fully comprehensive breakdown in comic book style as well of what this project's all about. But yeah, Armen, unpack the blockchain Bandicoot element challenges for us and what they're all about.
So thank you for that. That white paper, by the way, was probably the most fulfilling thing I've done in this project, because I was able to see how far we've come and just see how the artwork came together perfectly. And yeah, I love that white paper. Definitely check it out.
Yeah, it's not. I was just about to say that it must have been nice to, because obviously with the individual pieces of artwork, you see them all obviously as they're getting produced. But with this, it's kind of like the first opportunity for you to see how it all fits together and glues together in comic book style, and it looks pretty impressive, man.
I appreciate that. I'll pin that up shortly. So our element challenges, what this is very unique as well. So each bandicoot will have a element symbol on the top right of each NFT: water, fire, ether, wind, and grass. So think of like Pokemon or Magic the Gathering. Each bandicoot will have their own element type. What this allows us to do is create a competitive monthly element challenge. So it's basically a match game. If we put out a clue that says hold 2 grass bandicoots and 3 fire, the first person that responds to that clue saying they hold that, once we verify that in your wallet, then you'll win the prize. So it makes for this competitive game. People are going to want to collect them all. And what we're doing is we want to give essentially everything we're getting back from the mint to our holders. So we're doing 12 months straight of $10,000 prizes. So that's 12 different winners, $10,000 every single month. And we've also added a feature in called a power up. So each bandicoot is worth 1 element, but with a power up, your 1 bandicoot could be worth 2 elements, 3 elements. So they're sprinkled very nicely in our collection. So I'm excited to see who gets what, who gets our power ups. Our legendary NFTs, some of them are worth 3, 4, 5 elements. So There's a lot of different tiers in our collection as well. So that's definitely something very exciting. One last point too, once these 12 months of element challenges are done, we're going to keep doing gifts because we can do these challenges every month. The Bandicoots are basically a never ending game that we can play. We can just keep doing gifts like signed posters, signed comic books, and things on a lower level like that.
Beautiful stuff, man. And when you say about dropping the clues, where will these be dropped? Will that be on crypto Twitter? Will it be in the Discord server? Or how does people get the alpha on that?
So, what we're going to do, these element challenges don't begin until we mint out. What we're going to do is release the clue in a 3D world. We're partnered with Muse.io. So, what they are is this 3D world where everybody can access through your phone or through your computer, and we will hide that clue in the world. If you go to our website right now, you can actually go through a test world that we've made, and we've hidden a test clue in there. So, people, I'm going to drop the link. You guys will race to try and find it. Once you find it, the first person to respond to that tweet saying that they have it, once we check your wallet address, then that winner will get the prize.
Nice, man. I like the way you've structured that. Impressive stuff. Looking forward to seeing people getting involved in that and how that ends up playing out. Because the likelihood is, people are going to start acquiring these and accumulating these in order to make sure that they're, hot off the press as soon as the clue's available. That these guys have got everything they need in order to get those prizes, right?
Yeah, definitely. One other thing that you just reminded me of. So this is important because it's basically like poker. So you're going to try and make the set with 5 bandicoots, just like how you try and make a hand with 5 cards. So what we're doing is you can only be eligible for these element challenges if your wallet holds 5 bandicoots. So if you hold 25 bandicoots and you're trying to get 5 of each element, then you're going to have to transfer 5 bandicoots to a wallet that only has 5 NFTs. What this does is level the playing field. So if somebody only has 2 grass bandicoots and they're trying to get the perfect set, by them buying 3 bandicoots more, it takes the same time for somebody to transfer 5 bandicoots to another wallet. So really, this is a level playing field. Everybody can join in, and there can't be any whales that try and cheat the system.
Nice, I like that. A little bit of alpha for you lot there dropped by Armen. So make sure you take note of all of that when you are acquiring the Bandicoots. But really, really interesting concept with that as well, man. Armen, I'm keen to understand what makes you different as a founder, or what you would say makes you different as a founder. There's one thing in particular that I would say makes you different from conversations that I've had over the years with different founders, and from conversations that I've had with yourself, is probably your attention to detail. I think you won't. A lot of project founders will be in a position where they'll rush to get something out, or they'll move in line with the market, or any of that good stuff. But I'd say you make a conscious effort to not release anything until it's spot on. And I think that attention to detail is what's going to give you a little bit more longevity than most projects see. But is there anything in particular about your vision or the way that you operate which you would say is different from a traditional founder within the space?
I really appreciate that. That means a lot because it's very true. I make sure that things are ready to go before we launch them. I make sure that our website is perfect, and I'm really the creative vision here, and I pretty much organize everything myself. So I'm making sure that these things are ready to go, that they're understandable. The white paper is clear for people to understand. So I'd say what makes me different is I'm very, very hard worker. I'm basically giving up sleep for this, but it's exciting for me. Like, it's a stress, but it's a good stress because I'm excited to see how many people jump in this. I see a couple bandicoots down in the audience now too, which is sweet. I just
They're looking good as well, man.
Yeah,
I, ju- I,
I'm
I,
like you
cou-
said, like they're gonna look good on people's profile pics.
I caught a couple of them on the PFPs in the room right now, and they're looking good, man. I'm thinking a room full of these on a space is going to look pretty impressive, man. A little army of bandicoots.
Definitely. It's an untapped market too. Like, there's a lot of different animals, but bandicoots and the name, the branding, blockchain bandicoots, I feel like it's very strong. Okay, but to get back to my point, what makes me different as well is I've made sure to be fully transparent about how far we've come and what we've done. So just like our old NFTs, I've let people know this is what we were gonna do. I've left the video up saying, hey, this is what we've changed. We also had a higher mint price before. We were gonna do a mint price at zero point 0.2 ETH, but we've listened to the community, and what we've done is we've cut some of our utility. We were going to do 3 years straight of that $10,000. Now we're just doing 1 year straight, and we were able to bring down the mint price like crazy. So I'm super transparent. Our project is fully KYC'd. I'm doxxed. So we work with Assure DeFi. So what they do is they're the gold standard in verification. So they know my true identity. I've sent them my government ID. I had to get on a video chat, turn my head left, turn my head right. I had to turn my location services on. So these people know exactly who I am and where I am in the world. So if you guys ever feel like you're rugged, or I ever try and rug the project, they're going to work with you to ensure justice has been served all across the world. So I want people to know I'm here to stay. I've fully funded this project out of my pocket, and I'm not going anywhere. Blockchain Bandicoots, I'm going to be here for the long haul.
I think it's clear to see, there's always, I think people see through projects which have been quickly put together where there's a real incentive to cash grab. We saw a lot of it in the early stages of NFTs, and I think people see straight through that now. It's clear with this, you've really taken time to develop something which you've got a passion for. So it's not necessarily a financial incentive which leads the way with this. It's it's a motivation to create something which you love, and I think that's clear to see anyway, mate.
I appreciate that. Yeah, that means a lot. Like, and the people that I've met in all these spaces that I've been in, it's I get the same reaction. People enjoy listening to me because they see that I'm a genuine human being. Like, I'm not just trying to get rich quick. I really want to put out value. I want people to enjoy our story. I want people to want our comic books, and I want people to rep the Bandicoot brand.
100%, man. Since we're talking about your passion for the project, what would you say your favorite thing about Blockchain Bandicoots is, Armen?
This is a hard question. This is a difficult question because I love so many things about it. Like, our anime is going to be crazy. I'm excited to do that. I really loved editing all of our motion comic videos together, and I basically do everything here too. Like, I think the process was great. Like, putting the things together in Photoshop, doing the editing. Like, hell, I even sung one of our theme songs, which is hilarious, and it turned out pretty good. And sometimes I hear my wife in the other room singing our theme song, and I'm like, that is so funny.
Have you published that?
I'm gonna pin it up right now. Give me a second.
Get it pinned, man. Let us know when you've got that pinned. I'm keen to give it a watch.
Boom, done.
I told you I had a voice for radio. Anyways, it sounds like you got a voice for the studio as well. Let's see how it's sounding.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, the first half of that video, it's basically a preamble. And then the second half is I get into it. I basically wanted to do like a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air storytelling song. So yeah, I did. That's exactly what I did. It's really funny, actually. I love it.
Looking forward to checking that out, man. But it's, again, obviously your passion for the project is clear to see. I think it really comes through in not only the work that you've produced and the detail that you've gone to in the work that you've produced, but also just the way you articulate yourself when you're talking about it as well. And it's really refreshing to hear, to be honest with you, mate. So really, really, really impressed with that. And firstly, congratulations on not cutting any corners and really taking the time to ensure that this is the polished project, the polished final product that you were looking to deliver, and it's really come through, man. So before we talk about the mint price, before we talk about the mint date and all the launch details, tell us in a nutshell why anyone listening in right now who's not already convinced should invest in Bandicoots. Tell us right now, Armen.
Great. So I think people definitely should invest with Blockchain Bandicoot because I don't see any other founders that's putting in the work that I'm doing, and I'm genuinely like, I get like super emotional and pumped up when it comes to this project. I wake up in the middle of the night sometimes and think of an idea, and I'm like, how can I implement this? How can I make this work with our project in the timeline that we're doing? I feel like our artwork is incredible. So on that angle, the artwork stands up in itself. The utility stands up in itself. You're getting a comic book, you're getting a physical gift. And then on top of that, we've got our element challenges, which is kind of a unique feature that adds on to our NFT project. And then from there, you've also got our motion comic and anime, which is eventually going to come. So you have these like four pillars that that I feel like are very strong on each leg of its own. So we have lots of things to offer. I feel like if people give Blockchain Bandicoots a shot, that we could really, really be that blue chip project, and who knows how long, but definitely excited to keep pushing out this project for as long as it takes.
Let's fucking go, the Bandicoots, man. I really enjoyed that. All right, mint details, unpack them for us. The mint is today, folks, so no time to sit around and wait. Give us the full details, Armen.
Yes, let's go. So our mint will be happening tonight around 8:30 p.m. Eastern. That's when we're having our mint party, and I will be opening up mint shortly after that. So 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And the way we're doing our launch is a little unorthodox. The first 1,000 NFTs will be 0.06 ETH. After that, the price will go to 0.08 ETH. So don't miss out on that. We have a mint party tonight. We already have a bunch of people coming through.
Let's go.
I'm very excited for it. I was able to pitch last night on Mario Nafal's space, actually, and
I saw that, man. Congratulations, Mario's a big cheese within the space. So you're clearly doing the right thing to get invited to his show, man.
That I appreciate that. That was a really, really fun experience. That was definitely the biggest Twitter space I've ever been in. It's there was 7,000 live listeners, and
wow.
then right now there's over 100K people that's re-listened to the space. So
huge,
definitely huge. So
impressive stuff. So just to recap those details one more time, we've had a few DMs coming through from you lot. I know a lot of you guys are keen to get involved in the project. 8:30 p.m. EST Eastern Time. Early adopters will be benefited with a reduced mint price, 0.6 Ethereum rising to 0.8 Ethereum if you're not quick enough. So make sure you do get involved at an early stage. Get your hands on one of those pieces. 8:30 p.m. EST. Armen, absolute pleasure to have you on, man. Always really refreshing to speak. I've enjoyed every conversation we've had. I love the passion that you've got for the project. We'll be at that mint party ourselves, so you'll see me right there, mate.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much. I just pinned up your Twitter space post. What I've done is I will give away 2 Bandicoot NFTs to 2 people.
Okay.
So if you guys retweet that pinned tweet, the one that says "Don't miss our Twitter Spaces with official BCBC," then I will be giving away 2 Bandicoots, and I'll do that draw in maybe like 15 minutes after we conclude the space.
Beautiful stuff. So retweet the pinned tweet. So retweet that tweet that you see pinned at the top. Don't miss our Twitter spaces with official BCBC. 2 free mints will be given away, folks. So don't mess about and get that retweeted immediately. Armen, thanks again for joining. Guys, if you haven't already, just to confirm one last time, make sure you follow Blockchain Bandicoots on their official Twitter. Dive into that Discord server as well. Armen's building up a hell of a community over there. 8:30 p.m. EST. They officially go live. Make sure you don't mess around. Get involved now. Thanks again, Armen. Absolute pleasure to have you on.
Thank you very much, guys. Have a great day.
Catch you all soon. And one last time as well, guys, don't forget we're in Paris all weekend, so you'll probably see the feeds a little bit more inactive than normal. Keen to meet as many of you lot as possible. If you are around, drop us a line and we'll arrange something. Peace out to you all. Hope you all have a great weekend. Armen, you and Jen, really, really looking forward to the launch. Best of luck, and we'll see you in the at the mint party. Cheers, mate.